My friends, if you have ever experienced the death of someone you love, you know it can be just about the most painful thing that you will ever experience. The loss of a parent, the loss of a spouse, the loss of a dear friend, and maybe the most painful of all, the death of a son or daughter. When we lose someone so close to us, the grief can be nearly unbearable. At times, it seems as though our grief will consume us, crush our spirits, and keep us from ever again experiencing any kind of joy or happiness. Yes, the sorrow we feel when we lose someone we love can be an incredibly powerful thing. And yet, for many of us, there is something more powerful that helps us get through the darkest of hours, something that helps us to have the hope, the courage, and the strength to face another day. And that is our faith. For all kinds of believers, and for all Christians in particular, faith is the ultimate difference maker. Faith in a God who loves each and every one of us personally, unconditionally. Faith in a God who became one of us to reveal just how far He's willing to go to show us how to live. And most of all, faith in a God who destroyed death forever by laying down His life for you, for me, for all of us, thereby rendering death utterly powerless. That is the faith of the Christian, a faith that sustains us and gives us hope. Hope that when someone close to us has died, there is still something to believe in. Believing that death is not the end can be a tiny beacon of comfort that has the power to bring light into the darkness of our lives. When we accept the profound truth that at physical death our lives are changed, not ended, so many other things can be changed. So many other things can be transformed. Our attitudes, our fears, our disappointments, and even our grief. That's what faith can do, my friends. In today's gospel passage, we can see clearly the pain of losing a loved one. Jairus, a synagogue official, begs Jesus to help his sick daughter. But before they get to the house where the child is, they're told that she has died. And when they arrive on the scene, the people there are weeping and they're wailing. I don't know about you, but I think I would have done the same thing, my friends. And Jesus takes the child's hand, saying, "Little girl, I say to you, arise." Of course, she does. And the people are astounded. I think that they were also overjoyed and grateful. The death of the girl was not the end of her story. And with our faith in the resurrection of Jesus, we believe that death is not the end of the story of our lives or the lives of those whom we love. So when we lose someone close to us, our faith can make all the difference in the world. The unbearable becomes more bearable. The hopeless becomes more hopeful. The anger and the sorrow begin to be transformed into a peaceful serenity that can only come from God, who loves us with such intensity and a depth beyond anything we can even imagine. And yet the miracle we heard about in the gospel, as well as others in sacred scripture, especially the resurrection of Jesus Christ, means much more than when we die, we continue to live. So when we use the word die, we must be careful to not use it only in the narrow sense of physical death. Now, when we say that the power of the resurrection has destroyed death forever, we mean that the saving act of Jesus Christ does bring life to every death that we experience, big and small. Jesus does not only take us by the hand and raise us up to new life when our earthly lives have ended, and nothing is more important than that. However, he does the same thing every time we suffer a death of any kind, a disappointment, a sorrow, a betrayal, a tragedy, a hurt of any kind, such as an unfulfilled dream, a broken relationship, the loss of a job, a devastating illness, a false accusation, constant loneliness, you name it. Jesus has the power and the desire to raise us up from all such deaths, to raise us up to a new way of being alive, infused with hope and joy and trust and peace. And so, my friends, let's continue to take comfort in our faith every time someone close to us dies. And let's not forget to pray for that same comfort every time we feel that we're being knocked down, every time we're sad or lonely, every time we're disappointed in something or someone in getting the best of us. Jesus wants to raise us up from all such deaths, if only we're willing to reach out and take his hand, the hand he reaches out to us. To put it quite simply, my friends, if and when times are terrible, even heartbreaking, Jesus can make everything a whole lot better. I say to you, arise. May each of us hear Jesus saying those words directly to us. And may our faith enable us to take those words and make them a reality in our very own lives.